Dada Rameshvarananda Avt. Namaskar, Dadaji. Can you tell us how you got involved with Ananda Marga, why you got initiated?
Why I was initiated, how I came into Ananda Marg, how I grew up as the whole-time worker of this organization, what all I could do during my life in Ananda Marga, some of the things I also like to tell you. So first of all, a family background, because everybody comes from a family, and that family also has a background. Somebody may be Christian family, it may be Islamic Muslim family, maybe Hindu family, maybe Buddhist. So I come from a Hindu family. And in Hindu society, they're God-minded, of course. So many deities. So family has a deity. They adore that deity as the lineage of the family, deity of the family lineage. It is known as Kula Dev. If it is goddess, Kula Devi. So I belong to a family whose lineage was adoring Lord Shiva. So Shiva was the Kula Deva of that family from which I came. You know, in India, in Hindu society, patriarchal, the Kula Deva also goes on the father's line. And mother, she also comes from another family. And her family, that lineage god was Krishna. But after marriage, the children go by the lineage of the father. So also Kula Deva, not of the mother, but of the father. In that way, Shiva was the Kula Deva of that family. But mother being coming from Krishna background, very devotee of Krishna. But in family, the adored deity is Shiva. There was no clash, of course. So I had that spiritual background of Shiva and Krishna. Though Shiva being the Kula Deva of the family, I was worshipping him from the heart, from the very childhood. So that is how a spiritual background was there from the family. And was also, when I grew up to the age of 11, 12, I got the initiation with Gayatri Mantra, Vedic Diksha. That time we didn't know what is Tantric Diksha and that Diksha. But that way, that worshipping Parama Purusha, Supreme Entity, through the Gayatri Mantra, and that was a regular practice. But as I grew up, I came in contact with spiritual scripture like Gita. After going through it, at that time I was only 12 years. So I became something I already familiar with this. So I've got more and more engrossed. And that is how I got the, what should I say, nourishing from the Bhagavad Gita. But by the time I became 16 years old, matriculation, by that time I had gone through most of the Upanishad, and Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. I was highly inspired by his way of living, and of course the missionary spirit and words of Vivekananda. Among all the spiritual groups prevailing in India those days, I was very much inspired by Ramakrishna mission, Ramakrishna's life, and Vivekananda missionary spirit. I was education I was brought up in Christian school, in high school. College also, St. Aloysius College, Mangalore. So I was acquainted with the Jesus teachings also, biblical teachings. But even then, so far as spiritual inclination was there, I was for Shiva. And that is how, as I grew up, I was looking for a master, a guru, who can guide me, develop me spiritually. So in that way, I looked for this mission and that mission, but none could satisfy my heart. So there was a quest for Guru, searching for a Guru. That is how it continued till I was doing some medical studies. So in that hostel, one Acharya came. His name was Acharya Rajiv, SDM worker. Incidentally, at that time I was in the hostel, and some talk was arranged. And he talked on the yoga, in which I was also deeply interested. But he insisted, so far you have heard, read, but you have not practiced. So learn the meditation. And that is how, next day I went to him, that was in South India, and I learned, I got initiated in Anand Marga, and before the emblems, I was not knowing, I had not seen the picture of photos of Baba, only Pratik, I was initiated. That is how my search for a spiritual journey started with initiation into Anand Marga. Till then, there was enough spiritual background, religiosity in me, intellectuality also, trying to understand the deeper significance of spiritual teachings. But no other organization or mission could satisfy me from the Manaya. But when I got initiated in Anand Marga, that is how my coming into Anand Marga started.
And what was it?
That was in the year 1964, September 1964.
And what was it like when you first met Baba?
You know, after 3 months, there was a Dharma Chakra in Salem, South India, Tamil Nadu. Acharya Nagaraj later became a Vimalananda. He came to me informing there is such a program, you can come. I also thought when I accepted him as the Guru, I must meet him. Till then I had not seen his photograph, not heard much of his stories. And Acharya Chidananda was the PLO of Karnataka, Bangalore. So I went to him, and along with him, we went to that Coimbatore where the DMC program was held. That was in the month of December. So Baba was journeying by train those days. He came from railway station to the place of the congregation, DMC. That was a theosophical lodge, building. Margii were to stay, Baba was also to stay there, and program was to be conducted in that hall. So Acharya Chidanandaji gave me a garland. As Baba comes in while walking, you please garland him. I was standing, other Margis were also there. Baba came from station, he was in car. As soon as he came out of the car, Margis said, Baba, 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 overwhelmed with emotions. But I was surprised. I was just strange. I was seeing for the first time such overwhelming greeting a gentleman. So as he was passing by, I also put the garland. He looked at me, so mischievous smiling. I was puzzled. I don't know him anything, and he is smiling such a way. Anyway, he's my Guru. So Baba went in after evening walk. Then I was selected for the personal contact. That was in the first day of his coming to Salem. Same evening, there were 4 persons selected for PC. I got the PC. That was in the December, maybe 7th or something like that, 1964. That means after 3 months, within 3 months after my initiation, I came in contact with Baba. That time I did not know he is Baba, Guru of Anand Marga. That is how I came to know. So during these 3 days, first day arrival, second day DMC, third day evening to leave for Jamalpur. So all the 3 nights I got personal contact. First night, second night, it was not the night, afternoon, second PC, And before leaving, luggage was packed and he has to leave. Again he called me. I had my third PC. In this way, in those 3 PC, in those 3 days, I became his, he became mine. The personal bonding became so strong, and that became the basis of all my spiritual life thereafter. So that is how I came in touch with Baba during DMC, held in the month of December 1964 in Salem, a big city of Tamil Nadu.
Can you elaborate anything about the PCs? What went on in the PC that touched you so much?
As usual, one has to, we were told, when you go into the room, do the Sashtang Namaskar, that much only, and offer yourself unto his feet. Accordingly, I prostrated and holding my hand. This body, mind, your soul is yours. You can utilize it as you like. My communication with Baba was in English. In South India, Baba talked only in English. So, and then Baba said, repeat that, holding your hand in your chest 3 times. I did it. Baba was on the Vishnu Mudra, lying down on that cot. It was on left side, just like Narayana. So he asked me, what is your name? What is your Acharya's name? What is your date of birth? What is your place of birth? Then she said, let me see your past. Just for a fraction of a second, immediately, with the speed, he sat down and started scolding me. Why did you do sin? I thought, nobody is innocent, nobody is sin-free. Maybe might have done something. Though I was not guilty of any such a serious sin as to be scolded. But then Guru says, that must be, something must be there. But I was a devotee of Shiva, and used to pray earlier also. And those days also, my concept was Guru represents Shiva. Shiva comes in form of Guru, your Guru. So, Shiva is behind him. So I, closing my eyes, prayed. There is a Sanskrit sloka for forgiveness by Shankaracharya. Karacharana kritam va kayajam karmajam shravana nayanajam va manasam va aparadam. Vihitam avitam sarvam etat kshamasva jaya jaya karunabde Shri Mahadeva Shambho. It means whatever wrongs I have done through my senses or through my mind, good or bad, oh Lord kind-hearted, large-hearted Shiva, compassionate one, please forgive me. But I uttered it mentally with closed eyes. Baba's mood changed. Instead of scolding, he said, we become so soft, and that is how it continued for things. And that's so intimate things, He holding my ear, don't you deserve punishment? I mentally thought, why not both ears? So it was so lovely, sudden change of mood, and he took me with all love and affection, and took me on his lap, and he embraced me, I also embraced him. That time it didn't strike me much, but later I thought, how broad is his chest? With both hands I tried to, but it was not touching. Later I thought, so broad chest. Anyway, that is how my first PC, personal contact on that night, and he made a sankalpa, taking my name, beginning with we, the sinner is no more. Taking the same name, we is a newborn baby. and my son we shall sacrifice for the ordeals to preach dharma to the world and be an asset and not a liability. He took that sankalpa. Those days, I'm innocent, not knowing much, but Guru sitting took the sankalpa. So as I repeated, we, the sinner, is no more. We is a newborn baby, and my son we shall sacrifice for the ordeals to preach dharma to the world and be an asset and not a liability. I thought that may be a common thing in all personal contact, but later on thought it is exceptional, because he took the sankalpa for my whole life. And what is the mission? Preach dharma to the world. But he has to go through ordeals. It is not so easy to stand for dharma, to preach dharma. So for that, for those ordeals, he will sacrifice. And he be an asset and not a liability. You such a great, So that is in my heart. Wherever I go, I have to be an asset only, not a liability, because it is his sankalpa. So in that way, I find my life is destined, decided by Baba, the Supreme Entity. That was in my first PC. So next day, as usual, there was Satyananda Avt, Pranay Kumar Chatterjee. He came with Baba as GS. And Satyananda and some more Avdutas came to me, persuaded me, you become a sannyasi, full-timer. I told, you see, from a very childhood, that was my way. I will be a sannyasi by nature. I am a sannyasi by nature. I want to be, but I have to acquire skills and education, all the things, so that I have become a better place to serve. I said, let me complete my medical, then I will join the organization, become sannyasi. Because sannyasi I have to become, but let me complete the studies. And they were persuading, which is natural. Then a dilemma came in my mind. Last evening, I offered my everything unto his feet. Now there is still an ambition. I have to become a doctor. So that is also not fair. When we are given everything, why is that ambition to become a doctor? I was in that dilemma, what to say. Then call came, Baba bula rahe hain, Baba bula rahe hain. Baba is calling you, Baba is calling you. So they pushed me, go to Baba. So I was in Baba's room, my second PC. That was the afternoon. I said, Baba, I want to become a doctor. Baba said, most of the people in that line are brutes. Do you want to become one among them? I said, no. That's why Baba, I've come for your guidance. Then Baba said, do you know me? I said, no. Of course you don't know me, but I know you from so many lives. Do you want to know? I thought, now I have become his, he has become mine. No ambiguity, no doubt. What to know, why to know what I was with him in the last life? So immediately I said, no. Baba said, good. So then things went on. He did not persuade me, did not compel me, he did not say anything to join the organization or not. Nothing he said. So after a few talking, then I came out. Anyway, Baba has not insisted to join the organization. He had not said to become a sannyasi just now. That means, okay, Guru has given a signal, so I don't have to become a sannyasi at that moment. That is done, and next evening, luggage is packed, everything done. Baba is to leave, as I told. Again I was called. It was third PC. You know what happens in PC. Okay? So so intimate. Then he asked me some instructions. And finally, he gave me 4 instructions, which is to be practiced every day. That I do even now. I think those instructions guided me to come to sense and do what I have to do. So I then, day was over, Baba went to station, I gave him farewell, saw again that intimate talks, sitting on the coach, Margii is outside, so loveful, devotional environment, remembering many people by name. He also remembered me, where is my son? So all that happened, Baba left for Calcutta and Jamalpur and went back. That is how I met my Baba in the December month of 1964. And 3 days he stayed, and all the 3 days I had that personal contact. And while end of the personal contact, third, I just because doubt was there in my mind whether I will be able to complete my studies or not. So, Baba, will I be a doctor? Just like a child asked the father. Baba is sitting on that cot. So I am on the ground. Baba, will I be a doctor? Baba simply said, you will. That consoled me. Will means in English, it's positive. So, okay, Baba has given me a signal because I was holding to that ambition. Let me complete my medical. Then I have to become. So that was on the way. But whether if I leave suddenly, neither this side or that side, that should not be. So Baba said, you will. That consoled me, and that is how we separated when.
Those things that Baba told you to do, he said he gave you, I think, 4 things to do.
Instructions.
Instructions. Do you want to say what they are?
Yeah. Tell about Anand Marg, at least one person. Speak of Anand Marg, at least to one person. Second, when you touch anybody, think he is your son. I said daughter. If I have to touch a girl or a lady, I cannot think as a son, as a doctor.
Yeah,
but Baba didn't say. So think as a son, your son. No question of daughter. Even if lady, son only. Then Baba's third is, give something to somebody. Offer something to somebody, a service. We have to give something to. And lastly, before you go to bed, recite one shloka, so that whatever dirty, unwanted you have heard, the ears will be cleaned. So, recite one shloka. That time there was no kirtana. So I used to recite one shloka before going to bed, so that ears are clean, service mentality may be. Whatever Baba gives, it is to counter the negative side in you. That is how I find whatever instruction he has given, he knows what is your weakness. He knows where is the weak point. To bring you out of that weak point, he gives an instruction. If you follow, you are protected, you are saved, you got the direction. If you don't follow, that weakness will put you down. So give something to somebody, otherwise you will become selfish. There is selfishness in you. By doing that, you will be countering. That is what Guru has to do. He knows you are in and out. And if you have to take to your height, you have to see how this fellow can rise to height. Give such instructions. So these are the 4 things. Okay. So that is the one thing. That is one part of how I came, that In this personal contact, I got bonded to my Baba personally, which became the foundation for my spiritual life.
Are there any other experiences you want to share?
How I became, I continued my medical studies. That was December only. May, there is vacation. A call came, there will be Tatvik training in Jamalpur. 4 persons from Karnataka selected. Siddhananji said, it's very good. And thought May is vacation. Now Baba is very close to me. There is already an attraction. So I went for the Tatvik training. It was in the month of May, very hot days. So 10 days Tatvik training. Acharya Dashrath used to take class. Daily Baba was coming to ashram, morning or sometime in the evening, enlightening so many things, whatever, not only on the class, so many things, unseen, unheard, in the past heritage of India, Shiva, this and that. So such an enriching experience, I got my ideological foundation strengthened, built in Jamalpur during those Tatvik days, training days, 10 days. So I was not a whole-timer, still a student, but became a Tatvik. All the 4, Baba approved their Tatvik. You can see the classes by Dashrath, enlightening by Baba, such a golden opportunity not to come after 1966 since he left Jamalpur. So those are very precious days. So as I told you, in personal contact, I got bonded to him from heart. Both got bonded. My life is what a destiny has been made, samkalpa. And in Tatvik training, that is after December to just May month, I got my ideological foundation clear and strong, because he is explaining so many things, mental clarity about the ideology of Anand Marg. And field walks also. There were rare things, going to tiger grave, this and that. So that was my very, one of the golden chapter of life, Tatvik training in Jamalpur.
So you got your adharsha and your Iista very strong.
Yeah. Adharsha, Iista, then adharsha. Yes. Baba came in our life to create itihasa, not history. You know the difference between itihasa and history? Fact narrated in chronological order, good or bad, happened, history. But itihasa, part of that history which has happened, but as a very glorious part, educative part, that has been separated, that is itihasa. Mahabharata was itihasa. So only our Baba's coming into our life, itihasa, it is an itihasa. It is not just a happening of events. Whole life changed. So that is so with every Margii. Baba coming to on the earth to create itihasa. Baba coming to whoever to touch he came in, he has created itihasa in us. So those are the itihasic days when we lived with him. So that was in Jamalpur. Then I went back as Tatvik. I was to studies and also teach Anand Marg to somebody. The one of the instruction. So sailing on both boats becoming difficult. Either you go as a doctor or go as a monk. Both on you want on the. So if you are sincere and dedicated, you can't sail on both boats. You have to select. So by that time November came, I have decided I have to what to do with whatever that is my final mission. Why waste time? Why medical? So many doctors are there. I can be one among them. But here in spirituality, you can inspire so many people. So mind settled, I have to join the organization. Same November, Baba came to Bangalore. Dharma Chakra. Okay, May Tatvik, November came to Bangalore, then Baba is after me. Now, by the time also I had decided. So, I went to his room and he asked me to put your head on my chest. Then I told Baba in a low voice, Baba, I have decided to join or become a sannyasi. Do you know what he said? Don't waste your time, my son. He waited for 1 year. He did not persuade me, leave, give up and go for mission. Though that is what he wanted. But he did not compel. He left it to my discretion to evolve, come to that decision from within. And he waited. And when I decided, the thought came, yes, I have to become. Then he said, don't waste your time, my son. You could have told it when the personal contact, don't waste your time. But he did not. That is the beauty of Anandamurti. He is not compelling in the normal sense. Let your discretion evolve. And that what comes to your inner thing, you do, go ahead. That is, Guru is inside, he knows. And outside also, there is a communication. Guru outside, Guru within. So that is how I decided to join the Anand Marg organization. I told Baba, the 1 year, one month I will be moving around to meet all the kith and kin before finally I join. That is how in January 1966 I left the previous thing, went to Jamalpur and Varanasi to become a sannyasi. So one chapter of life is over. So before going to Varanasi, you have to go to Jamalpur. From Karnataka, Chennai, Madras, Howrah, Calcutta, Jamalpur, then go to training center Banaras. So let me meet Baba, then go to Banaras. That is how I went to Jamalpur again. The same day, the one who initiated me, Acharya Rajiv, another friend, both were from Jammu, Krishan and Kiran. Krishan became Rajiv, Kishan becomes Rajiv, another name. So both had come to Jamalpur to say, Baba, we cannot work anymore as whole-timer. Please give us permission to go back. So one who is initiated coming to Jamalpur to become a sannyasi, and the one who initiated coming to the same moment wants to leave. But that made me no difference, Otherwise people, oh, my Acharya is leaving, how I can join? Something must be wrong in this organization. Confidence can be shaken. But nothing, because my link is directly with Baba. Whoever come, whoever may go, that doesn't matter. So, in Jamalpur, January, it may be about 20th or so, nearly, same evening, field walk with Baba. Dhruvanandji was there. In that field walk, with Dhruvananda, A, B, C, A group going to Tiger's grave, B group will sit with Baba, C group will come back. That time no other person, myself and Dhruvananda, A, B, C, all the groups. So in the Tiger grave, so many things were told. While coming back, yes, Jamalpur, Tiger's grave, we have to cross the railway bridge, then go to the field. Yeah. So while walking on the railway bridge, Baba put me a question. It is the Amavasya night. Dead body is burning. You are alone. Will you be afraid? I said, no, Baba, by your grace. The question was, It is Amavasya night, midnight. A dead body is burning in the burial ground. You are alone. Will you be afraid? I said, no, Baba, by your grace. Baba didn't talk further. We said a little bit. The topic changed. And tiger's grave, so many things were told. While coming back from the field, Baba said, when I was a boy, I used to come to this field, and an invisible man used to tell me, you have forgotten for what you have come. You have forgotten for what you have come. Then we moved further. And again, Baba stopped. And I have recollected for what I have come. Walking further, a church comes on the way, roadside. Baba stopped, holding both hands. And that invisible man was myself. Very mysterious thing. When I was a boy, I used to come to this field. He did not say what was the age. I used to come to this field, and an invisible man used to tell me, you have forgotten for what you have come. You have forgotten for what you have come. After walking, and I have recollected for what I have come. After a few steps further, stopping with both hands on his waist, and that invisible man was myself, both thumbs. Now you think what it is. So, Prabhataranjan Sarkar, Anandamurti, Prabhataranjan Sarkar born and passed away. Anandamurti, Bhagwan Sri Shyam, an entity. So, something mysterious between Prabhataranjan Sarkar and Anandamurti. We cannot understand, we cannot distinguish. For all practical purposes, they are two in one. When Prabhat role, when Anandamurti role, that is the cosmic mystery. But that is what he told me. That we say now, we was knowing from very birth, all it's not so. When I was a boy, invisible used to tell me, you have forgotten. Because what Baba told me directly, I have heard. That's not heard from somebody, What Baba told me, that I am telling. I have recollected. He did not say when did he recollect or how he recollected. Nothing. What I have come. So he has come for that mission as when a small boy, whatever be the age, that self behind him, the self within him, the super self in him, which knows everything, reminded him, and lower self recollected it. Then that super self also myself. So that is a mystery.
How that dual aspect of Baba, the Taraka Brahma and the Saka, how that functions is a big mystery. When does the Taraka Brahma?
Prabhataranjan Sarkar, he is a role model for us as a human being. How we have to live an ideal, what is the ideal human life, human being, how? He is a role model, not Anandamurti. He is an eternal entity.
We cannot emulate an
No, okay. But how Prabhataranjan Sarkar expressed the human feelings through Prabha Sangeet, how we met the challenges, what are the ordeals he had to go through for the sake of dharma. So that is a role model for us, inspiring example. But Anandamurti is not a role model, he is Parama Purusha, coming in the form of Jagat Guru and rendering in the name and form whatever it is. So this is one unique, Baba told me, important.
Thank you.
So while coming back, proceeded, again the railway bridge. While going to the field, Baba put that question, will you be afraid? And the burning ghat, midnight, dead body is burning and you are alone, will you be afraid? Same question while returning on the same bridge, Baba repeated their question. Will you be afraid? Again, I same answer, no, Baba. Then we got down the railway bridge. One way goes to the ashram, other goes to his quarter. Dhruvananda accompanied him to the quarter. Then he will be coming back. It was 11 o'clock. So, morning Dhruvananda told me, Baba had told him, I wanted to initiate him in Kapalik sadhana. But I saw he is coming from a long distance and very tired. So he didn't like to initiate. That means I have not become a whole-timer. I am going to join the Banaras for training. Baba had already made up a mind to initiate me in Kapalik sadhana. Because Baba told him further, he is a born Avadhuta. Okay. So that's why he wanted to, if fruit is ripe, similarly, he is ripe for Kapalik sadhana, he is there. That is my saying. So he, because of my long journey and tiredness, he didn't want. That pick up firm, I am become Avdhuta one day or other, sooner or later. I went for next day, Banaras, 2 months training. There I completed my Acharya training. But last stage, writing the Acharya diary, that was in Jamalpur, where I was declared Acharya. And then my posting to Delhi. My Acharya training lasted from January last week to March last week. And March last also some portion in Jamalpur to write down the Acharya diary. There were our Divyananda, Karunananda, Bhaskarananda, Yatishwarananda. We were all training center. So after my Acharya training, I am to leave next day for my Delhi as DS Delhi and Principal of Anuma School. In the previous night, on the tiger's grave, Baba told very significant thing, important thing about sadhana. He told me, do you hear a sound when you do pranayama or Ishwar Pranidhan? Do you hear a sound? So I was a bit confused. There is a cricket, sound. So I said, when in Ishwar Pranidhan, you become a Siddha. What is the purpose of Ishwar Pranidhan? To merge unit I with the cosmic I. Okay? You have become Siddha in that. You have passed in that. The purpose of Ishta Mantra, first lesson is over. When unit I becomes one with the cosmic I. For that only effort. For that only we repeat our Ishta Mantra. Ideating on that, so that when it becomes, that one stage is over. So Baba said, when unit comes in contact with the cosmic, and cosmic comes in contact with the unit, as a result of the proximity of the two, natural becomes less natural, and supernatural becomes natural. When unit comes in contact with the cosmic, or cosmic comes in contact with the unit, as a result of the proximity of the two, natural becomes less natural, supernatural becomes natural.
Natural becomes
less natural, supernatural becomes natural. So hearing of that cosmic sound becomes natural as a result of that unit coming in contact with the cosmic, or cosmic coming in contact with the unit. Because of the proximity, what happens? You start hearing that sound, cosmic sound called Om, Omkara, start hearing it. It has stages. But the first stage,
crickets,
sounds like cricket. That Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, all the things are explained.
Different chapters.
So, my Lord and I am on the same plane. Salokya, same loka. So the sound is you start hearing Omkara, first is cricket. But as it becomes closer, then the sound of junguru,
Ankle bell.
ankle. Then bansuri, flute. Then the gurus of the thunder.
Thunder and ocean.
Lastly, oceanic sound. Then silent. So he made me ask Dhruvananda to sit, go ahead on the other side, because he wanted to tell me something about sadhana. So Dhruvananda was asked to sit away, and he instructed something about this. So then the stages of its sound, and finally soundless. And that is what Baba said, state of supreme composure. The state of supreme composure. So it begins with listening of the sound, Omkara, cosmic, and has become that contact intimate and deeper. Sound also listening in different way, and finally soundless. That is the state of supreme composure. An enlightened one, not nirguna, may not be nirguna, even in sarguna, there is a composed state, unassailed state. The nirguna is still beyond. So he did not differentiate between nirguna and saguna there, state of supreme composure. If you are living in the world, you live in the world of supreme, with the supreme composure. Achha. Unassailed by the trials of the life. Baba himself, example, come whatever may, that inner state is unassailed. But that is not nirguna.
No, cannot exist.
Nirguna is behind, definitely. But in that, we are struggling, trying to reach that state. That will be the ideal. So, that is what he explained in sadhana, sambandhit. And while coming back, returning on the field, it was late night, the cricket making sound. So, Baba knows from within. He said, not that sound, because my mind was, when he sound, was focusing on that sound. Not that sound. That means I could distinguish between that sound, what is we hear outside, and the sound going throughout.
The internal and the external.
That is external. We are listening.
Yeah.
The inner eye is listening that also, and inner eye is listening the inner sound also. So how to differentiate? This or that? Confusion can come. So Baba said, not that sound. So that sound is identified, which I used to hear even from much earlier, before coming Anand Marg also. But that time stillness, what sound, don't know. But Guru could make you recognize this is this.
And when hearing these sounds, is there any particular feeling that is associated with hearing the sound, or is it just the sound that you...
No, when that sound, you become intimate, deeper, outer sense is gone. When it reaches the heart level, anahata, so roaring sound, and fear, it may burst. So try to come out, then come to sense. Then we saw it was not a dream, it was not awakened, it was an absorption. In that absorption, fear comes of feeling you being lost. You try to come out. So, if I had not that when I tried to come out, then it would have been further absorption. But that is the inner side of our sadhana world. State of supreme composure, that is. But worldly duties, responsibility bring us out. That is how we have to there.
Worldly samskara.
That is how what happened. And posted to Delhi. After 2 months, month of May, there was Dharma Machakra in Patna, where I got. Prakash Sanjay came running. Likh do, sign, Baba wants to, Avdut. So he came running. I had never thought to become Acharya, to become this and that, to become Puroda. That was never in me. Whatever he wants, I will become. Why should I aspire? I must become this and that. First aspiration was that to become doctor. That is gone. Now why similar aspiration even in organization? I never have that at all aspiration. I have to become this and that. Whatever I have to become, he makes us. I'm already there. So, incidentally, so month of May, Prakash and the GTS came running to me, please sign for Avduta. Okay, I signed. I become Avduta 2 months after my field work in the month of May 1966. That is why Tatvik in Jamalpur, Acharya in Jamalpur, Avduta in Patna. Tatvik in 65, initiation in 64, Tatvik in 65, Acharya in 66, Avduta also in 66. In a short time, everything done. Before becoming Avduta, before becoming whole-timer, became a Tatvika. So that is how Baba's grace, things are decided. That is about how I came into organization. Then my postings in different parts of India.
Is there any other story you'd like to tell about Baba?
I was RS, Allahabad, first batch of RS. Karunananda, Yatishwarananda, Bhaskarananda, and few more. So I was RS Allahabad. Baba used to give 7 days a week time to every region to establish the RS, a new post. I was in Allahabad RS. He came to Allahabad, stayed there 7 days, and many people will be coming for field work, personal contact. RS has to recommend. One Professor A.B. Lal is the head of the department of Allahabad University. He came rushing. Baba has called me for... Then I said, Baba has called you, I do not know anything. I went to Vishwakanand, he was the PA. That was in 67. 67. I asked Vishwakanand, Dada, A.B. Lal has come. He says, Baba has called him. Arey, allow him. Baba wants to give life to him. Acha? So, I asked, what is the matter? In the previous evening, he had a field walk with Baba in Allahabad. Baba, you know, he is a professor in history, a learned man, and Baba will say so many things which he also did not know, part of history. He was enchanted. And then Baba pointed, your heart has become weak, you come to me tomorrow. So that's why he came next day. That is what Vishwakanand explained me. I went to Baba. Baba, A.B. Lal has come, you have called him. Should I send him? What duty you have given? Baba asked me, what duty you have given? Then I came out and told that gentleman, Baba, you must take some duty. Baba wants you to take duty. And finally, because a learned man, I said, you have to do RU work. Agreed. Then when I went back, Baba again asked me, kya duty diya? I said, Baba, I have given him RU duty. Yeah. Baba was happy, satisfied. He had his, again, whatever happened, he was blessed. He became Vice Chancellor subsequently. That might have been his ambition also. And he, after retirement, lived for a few more years. Whose life was exhausted, Baba blessed him, extended his life. But Baba wanted a justification. Otherwise there will be partiality. Why should I give him life? Yes, because he wants to do my work. He wants to serve humanity. Okay. God also, Guru also wants a justification to grace, a special grace. Otherwise he may be partial. People can blame. So that is one thing. Another gentleman came. He was ADM, Additional District Magistrate, retired, Allahabad. So I, being the RS, okay, give him the clean sheet. He had PC. After that PC, Baba called me. कैसे कैसे लोगों को तुम भेज रहे हो? What type of people you are sending me for PC? I could see a dark shadow behind him. That means his days are few. Death is behind him. How can I can know whether there is a dark shadow behind him or not? Huh? If he is about to die, what is the use of PC? My guessing. So Baba said, I could see a dark shadow behind him. So that means death is, when it comes, there must be a shadow behind. So that is about PC. And I got an opportunity to move for a field walk with Baba in Allahabad as RS. Normally you don't put any question to Baba during his field walk. Baba on his own wants to speak whatever you should not ask any question. But I was innocently, Baba, whenever Taraka Brahma, advent of Taraka Brahma happens only in India. Why Taraka Brahma only in India? Because when Shiva has Taraka Brahma, Krishna, I know Anandamurti also. So why Taraka Brahma comes only to India? Baba said, it's a good question. Not good enough for a DMC, but good for a field walk. So same evening, he said about Bharata and Siddha Pita, where people used to do sadhana and become Siddha, that Tantra Pita, that becomes vibrative, even the vibrates in the soils and surrounding also. So to avail the benefit of sadhana, people used to come from long distances for sadhana there. Do their sadhana and blessed. So that became the tradition and that becomes a pilgrimage, Tirtha Yatra. So so many people had done sadhana, field is ready. That is what I am telling you, explaining. So being a congenial ground for his mission, Taraka Brahma had to come in that form there. Shiva came at the hill stage. As Baba says, river has 3 stages. And civilization, hill stage, plain stage, deltoid stage. So civilization starts in the hill, everywhere. Develops in the plain, attains maturity in the deltoid. So Ganga civilization, Shiva on the hill stage, Krishna and the Yamuna, that plain stage, Anandamurti and the nearing the delta stage. So that was one question. And Baba also Panchatantra and Anand Marg. One discourse in Allahabad, Tantra was a singular when Shiva gave it, but in course of time it developed into 5 branches. Everything has a speciality. And I have integrated, taking the salient features of all the 5, I have integrated into one as Anand Marg Tantra. You know that now? Shaiva, Shakta, Vaishnava, Saura, Ganapatya. These were the 5 branches from that singular Tantra. Then Baba subsequently integrated them, taking the salient feature of each. Then Baba said, so far as goal is concerned, we are Shaiva. So far sadhana is concerned, we are Shakta. Because to attain Shivatva, one needs Shakti. So in sadhana, we are Shakta. But in society, we are Vaishnava. But extroverted energy, introverting, we are Saura. And in leading the society, rhythmic way, we are Ganapatya. Ganapati means leader. So the salient features of all the 5 Tantra taken and integrated as Anand Marg Tantra. That's why Anand Margii, true Anand Margii, will have the 5 facets. He is a knowledgeable one, he is a energetic, not energetic, power. People are afraid. Then he is very social, Vaishnavite, Kirtan, Bhakti, dynamic activity, even then introverting. Action is not bar for him. He will introvert that energy while doing action also and lead the society, Sadvipra Samadhi. So that is the one discourse Baba gave in Allahabad. That was no recording. Somebody might have subsequently explained in Ananta Vachanamrita. This is the one thing. One I will tell you, in 68, as I told you, I was RS. We had to go for RDS every 2 months. and that was the year of demonstrations. Baba was demonstrating various things, death, different samadhis, and that day there was a demonstration of savikalpa samadhi. First he explained about the savikalpa samadhi and asked one Dada to sit in dhyana, and as he instructed, he went into trance, and that when he comes to senses, whatever instruction Baba left, and went for field walk. Ramananda was the PA, and he told, today you will go with Baba for field walk. So I went with Baba in the car. After a certain time, Baba got down, walking. First question Baba asked was, what was that samadhi? I told Baba, it was savikalpa. Baba said, yes, it was savikalpa. At that time, his causal mind has merged with the cosmic causal mind, and he was all-knowing. But he was not able to express his all-knowingness because his kula kundalini was not raised by his own will. Had he raised his kula kundalini by his own will, after that coming down, he could have expressed that all-knowingness and might have said, hey, you have done this, could have told. Because he was not able to express his all-knowingness because kundalini was not raised by his own. So then Baba said there are 32 samadhis. Guru Dattatreya had demonstrated 24. I have demonstrated 26, 27. Some of the samadhis I have not demonstrated because there are so many invisible beings. If you see them, you will be horrified, terrified. Not only that, even in lonely place, remembering that also, you will get horrified. That's why I have not demonstrated. That time there was no microbiota theory presented, but that is what Baba said, 32 types of samadhis, 26, 27 he has demonstrated. Some he deliberately did not demonstrate because this is the reason. So I came to know there are invisible beings. In different planes we can attune, that will be the reality. So these are some of the demonstration aspect with Baba connected with sadhana.
Very interesting.
And there was a Kumbh Mela in Haridwar. You know Kumbh Mela? Sometime in Haridwar, sometime in Nashik, sometime different place, Prayag. That time it was Kumbh Mela in Haridwar. I was RS. That was the time Baba gave cheap kitchen. So we had a very good cheap kitchen there, and so many pilgrims used to avail the benefit of the cheap kitchen, and there was a news in all newspapers. So Baba came to Meerut, the same diocese, and being RS, I was in cheap kitchen Haridwar. I was called, Baba has come, so I went to Baba. I went to Meerut. Baba was in Ganji, sitting on the chair in the drawing room. Sarvatmanji GS told me, Baba, RS Allahabad, Rameshvarananda has come. It was already told him, he is there in Haridwar, cheap kitchen program. Then Baba asked me in Hindi, Jana Narayan Santushta hai? The people Narayan, Jana means people. People Narayan are satisfied. I said, yes, Baba, because so much news in the newspaper, widely published, widely, so much popular. Tum Narayan Santushta hai, you Narayan happy, you Narayan satisfied. I said, yes, Baba, I am satisfied. Mai Narayan Santushta hu, pointing to himself, am I satisfied? Not am I, my Narayan, I Narayan satisfied. I kept mum. That means while serving, whom you are serving, they should be satisfied. In doing service, you yourself should be satisfied with your service. And lastly, the Guru, Narayan in Guru also should be satisfied. So Narayan in three form, people whom you are serving, you yourself, there is Narayana in you also. Atma Narayana, he used to be satisfied. Then, before your Guru for whom you are doing, that Narayana in Guru also should be satisfied. So, then he said, it is extremely difficult to satisfy me. So, whole sadhana is to satisfy Guru. People may say, we are all satisfied. You may say, I am also Baba satisfied. But is he satisfied? If he is satisfied, it is done. So, entire sadhana, as told to Tapeshwarananda in the critical moment, what is sadhana? Sadhana is to satisfy Guru. If Guru is satisfied, things are done. You are graced, you are blessed, things are in his pocket. Whatever you want, it is done. But satisfy him first. That is all the gist of sadhana. That is how I came to know that Narayana, serving Narayana, outside, in you and Guru. And that is the final. So, from that service I came to know we have to satisfy Guru, which he says extremely difficult. But I know it is extremely simple. When we know how to satisfy him, do kirtana. And he is satisfied by surrender. You might have a ton load of work, but with ego, nothing. You might have done a lot of knowledge, but with ego, nothing. He will not be satisfied. You might have not done substantial, don't have much knowledge, but your surrender is satisfied. So to satisfy him is the only secret is self-surrender. Offer him your everything. Become zero, he is satisfied. And another way is do kirtana. As he says, very easy way to please him. Kirtana. So kirtana will bring surrender. Kirtan will bring bhakti. So the formula to satisfy him is by self-surrender or by kirtana, genuine kirtana. So these are the few things I have to say about for the timing. Okay? Parampita Baba ki jai.